Welcome, folks, to the latest edition of Good Morning Guys. That's all I got. I don't really know what to go with that. I just wanted to. Brought to you by Moon Knight, Episode 4. So, Moon Knight, what'd you guys think of that?
Oh my gosh, we're right into the Moon Knights.
Right away, man.
Spoilers.
I wanted to get back to this toilet talk.
Yeah, we can do that. We can talk about toilets. I mean, Moon Knight's covered in toilet paper, therefore it fits. They go
I
together.
will never look at Moon Knight the same way ever again.
I'm so confused by the show.
He's just
what a
walking.
mind bender that one is, though.
I
thought
love
I thought I was like at a point. So, are we talking about episode 4? Because I was not here last week. So,
Dude, this is improv. We can do what we want. So just to give quick
All right.
intros, the guy confused currently is Ronnie Johantis. He's a tarnished beast of the East.
yes.
So continue. What are your thoughts on confusing midnight?
The show starts out confusing, like because I mean, obviously, like going in with no prior knowledge of this superhero at all.
Yeah.
It starts
Right.
off really confusing at first, and then you're like, all right, I see what's going on here. Now they're working as a team, like they're trying to beat this bad guy, and then all of a sudden, bam, wakes up in a hospital, like into this like mental institution, and everything is so much more confusing. Like, I still like the way they ended episode 4, like nothing but questions.
and that's Moon Knight for you.
I mean,
And that man that just said that is Marc Boucher, who's got lots of things in his heart, his mind, and his stomach,
and his soul.
and his soul.
So
Yeah.
so here's I'm pretty sure, because this is heavily based on a specific comic book run. The asylum is in
Speaking of runs, are we coming back to the toilet talk later?
Yeah, definitely.
I suppose we're
I'm
going
gonna have
to.
I got questions. I got so
I
many
just wanted to make sure. Okay, carry
Well,
on.
I
Mark.
recorded the entire conversation. We can put it at the end if you want it.
Oh, okay.
Still, yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. Ooh, kind of like a prequel. Like we'll talk about it more later, and then you'll put it at the end, and it'll
Just
be the
like
prequel.
Moon Knight.
That's right.
Nothing is in order.
All right, Mark, go ahead. Tell us about the comic book run.
So the whole asylum aesthetic and everything, and being able to see like his multiple personalities all at the same time. That's
So he
all.
can hug himself.
Yeah, basically. That's all in his mind.
Yeah, I figured that myself.
That is effectively what's called a mind palace or a mindscape.
Ooh, Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Actually, people with dissociative identity disorder, like, that is a thing. Like, that is where all their identities reside, is in that mindscape. And that's sort of a twist on this in this show. Now, how they're going to go about doing it, obviously they'll probably next episode start talking about it, but
They better continue where they left off.
I would hope so. I know this show's crazy, but I feel like they'll give it a little bit more explanation than that. But
I mean, to me, when they brought Gloria from Madagascar into this baby, I was just like, what is happening?
they
Is that
Madagascar?
his
Anyone?
wife? Is that his wife? I guess.
No, it's
No.
the hippo.
yeah, they actually alluded to this particular goddess at the beginning of
That's a good way to
the
end
very
it.
first episode of Moon Knight. And I still don't know how to pronounce this name. It's like
Timurat?
Tawaret.
Tawaret? Yeah, I looked it up. I was like, what the heck is going on?
When I first saw it, I thought it was one of those Gamorreans from Star Wars. Like protects Jabba's palace.
Yeah, definitely not. They're more pig-like, though. This is a
I
hippo.
just thought the
Hippos
security-
and pigs.
I just thought their
Definitely-
security company extended to now other universes.
All right, fair enough.
No, but this is a particular goddess, this hippo of
Yeah, of fertility
fertility and rebirth and
and protection.
protection. So obviously, the thing that you kind of need to think about is, so obviously Amit has been sealed away in this statue, but
Yeah.
yet Arthur Harrow has some of her power. So obviously,
Yeah.
there is a way that perceivably Mark / Steven
slash crazy person we haven't met yet.
Possibly Jake Lockley. Can still
I'm just
access
thinking
Khonshu's power.
I'm just thinking of the joiners right now listening that have never seen episode 4. They're like, I have no idea what's happening.
Listen,
As a matter of
I can't
fact,
help
the
you with
show's
that.
less confusing than us talking about it.
They're like, I gotta watch this. I don't know what they're talking about. This makes no
Exactly.
sense.
Hey, if
That's
it
the
gets you to
point.
watch it, that's fine. Hey, and also like, I totally get if you don't like the show, if you just can't stand it at all, you know, that's fine.
Tell us how you really feel, Mark. Come on, take off the gloves. You can be
I actually
honest.
thought at the beginning that I wouldn't like it very much. I like it more than I thought I would, like continuing to watch it. But also this, like, we live in the day and age where when you have to watch a single episode per week, like, you want to talk about a nightmare. Like, there's nothing better than just watching a full season right in a row.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they've decided they definitely don't want to go the binge route with these shows, but yeah,
I do appreciate though letting it breathe. As much as it drives me crazy, as much as I just want to binge it with my wife, so we can know what's going on. Like, I talked to her, you know, after a few days after we watched it, and she was just like, "I don't understand what is happening. What does this have to do with Marvel? Why? I don't know. Like, what? I don't. Just give me something that makes me feel like it's a part of this universe." She's like, "It's fine if it's going to be like WandaVision and kind of like, you know, drip a few thoughts and ideas." But the thing is like with WandaVision, it was confusing, but you knew Wanda, you knew Vision. There was like something to bring you back to Civil War, to the past, and all this stuff. With these people, there's none of them. I'm just like, you used to be in Gattaca, now you have long hair. You're Poe Dameron. You know, I really like Layla, except all I hear is Layla, like when they say her name. Yet at the same time, I'm like, I think I like, you know, when I really think about it, I like her character the most, in part because she's like, we're going through the discovery of his multiple personalities with her, because she's the only one who wasn't privy to it before.
Mm-hmm.
And I do like which I think it's kind of funny, but kind of like, what's the big deal? Like, she's falling in love with Steven, or at least being attracted to him. I don't want to say falling in love, but she's attracted to Steven because of his sensitivity and his knowledge of her culture. And then at the same time, she's still got a thing for Mark. And they're like doing this like love triangle. At the same time, it's like Mark and Steve just to me like, you know, we're the same dude anyway. So
Except it's really not a love triangle.
it's really not. It's not a love
that's
triangle.
The most confusing part.
Like mentally, it's a love triangle, but physically, it's not. It's just two people. Yeah.
Apparently, it's about to become a love square.
Love square.
That's the thing, is there's no love there, and let's just go ahead and say it, that Jake is this third dude that's really violent is the partner that he says that killed her dad. So that's like, that to me was the biggest thing that happened. It wasn't the insane asylum, which was clearly a mind palace, because it's so like it's so muted. It's like a hospital, but too clean. I'm like, this is too clean. This isn't real. This isn't his head. But the whole idea that Jake is the one that killed her dad, that's where I'm like, ooh, okay. I feel like they're taking a little too long to introduce this Jake character that we only know his name because you've told us, Mark, a few times.
So
but
I
want to see the crazy person. Who's the crazy person? What's his deal?
It's yet to be seen how they're going to handle this, because Jake Lockley, not like that at all. Like, he's not like the super violent person.
A taxi driver, right?
Yeah. So basically, if you've ever seen, for example,
they're super violent, right? Taxi drivers.
Oh yeah.
There's that one movie called Taxi Driver with Robert
They're
De Niro,
mean,
where he was super violent.
Yeah.
But no, if I don't know if you've ever seen, like, the animated series touched on this for Batman. He had this kind of other identity that he would use to like get in intel on the streets, and he called himself Matches Malone, which I think you've
referenced that.
Yeah, I think I actually dressed
multiple
up as
times
one year for Halloween. Yeah, this was basically his Matches Malone personality in order to gain intel in places where Moon Knight couldn't necessarily do that. And so they're taking it in a different direction. Like there's this like Jekyll and Hyde personality that, or at least that's what it seems like. That's gonna be brought in. So I'm interested definitely to see how they play that out. I will say, like, I felt like it was a little too early to completely lose Conchu and him not have powers.
I
That's
thought
the
that
one.
too.
That's the one
I was
thing I
kind
will
of bummed by
say.
that.
One thing I will say about the show that I wish they would up is like, let's see more of him in the suit. I'm hoping these last 2 episodes will do that.
Yeah.
But
They need to let
I
that
feel
toilet paper. They need to let that toilet paper roll.
yep.
Like
Yeah.
get that guy going.
I think I like the
So he
I like the
can wipe
blazer
it.
better for sure.
He needs to wipe them enemies all
Yep.
over the place. Just wipe them up.
But yeah, so I'm hoping of course that would take me off my train of thought.
Choo choo.
Yeah, but I'm really hoping
On fire. This is an
Uh,
improv. Come on now. We can't just like lay it
fair.
all out nice
That's
and pretty. Patrick's going to call this improv on the first day he has improv powers.
Yep.
We might as well go with it and make
Yep.
it crazy.
I got you.
So continue your train of thought.
Yeah, and I'm Patrick, by the way, for all those listeners out
Well, you
there.
haven't talked yet. I'm waiting for you to talk.
Why would I talk about Moon Knight?
Patrick
Why don't-
Novacell.
He has very much made his thoughts his thoughts
I know,
known,
but
and that's
yeah.
fine.
It's improv, no rules. So Patrick, who's the judge and jury and executioner of Moon Knight, what do you think?
At this point, the show is absolute garbage.
On fire.
We're 4 episodes in. How many episodes we have? 6.
Yep.
At this point, it's garbage. It makes no sense. The stories is all over the place. It is not cohesive. Where they're just introducing new identities every episode, and none of it I care for.
It is a lot,
And
I will say.
It's
There's a lot of stuff.
It is a lot. What I wanted is, how did it become the Moon Knight? When did this start? Why did it start? Why did Khonshu choose him? I want to be told that story, but they haven't really done it in a very cohesive way. And so I want, if they can show that, if they can tell me that story in the last 2 episodes, whatever that looks like, I would like to know, so I can be like, oh, okay, this is where he came from. This is where he started, and this is the journey that we just showed you for 5 episodes or wherever it is. I want to see that kind of come together.
Yeah.
What if we do see that in the last 2 episodes? Okay, maybe I'll have a different outlook on the show. It's not going to keep me from watching the show. I'm still going to watch it because I know Marvel knows what they're doing. They're going to bring everything together somehow in the future, as far as, because they're still making movies and still have a plan and they have a roadmap. I understand, so that's why I'm going to continue to watch it.
Yeah.
But as far as the Disney Plus TV shows right now, this isn't even on my ranking. Like, I wouldn't even rank this at this point. I can't, because I want to see the full season first.
Sure.
There hasn't been that much like superhero action, which I think is a part of it. Like, there hasn't been a lot of him actually in the suit, like wiping people out. Like, there hasn't been a whole lot of that. It's been a lot of other stuff.
There's a lot of butterfly effect. Have you ever seen that movie with Ashton Kutcher, where it was all of a sudden there was blackout and you don't know what happened?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, that's
they
true.
kind of like, just skipped ahead, as whatever their story they're telling for that, identity at that time. And so I get it, but it just doesn't feel very put together in a nice, wrapped in a nice bow and all that stuff. It's not there yet for me.
Yeah, I think, just to address, and we talked about this a little bit on the Discord. I think that there's elements of that story that they're holding out on until the last episode. That there's a secret there that remains to be told, which may possibly be, like Lucas, you were mentioning, the possibility that Jake Lockley is the one that killed Layla's father. They're trying to hold out to the very last couple of episodes, and that's when it'll all come together. So I personally think that's where they're going now. Obviously, it remains to be seen. But I totally get that issue with it. For me, personally, this is just I totally get the direction that they're going with it and how disjointed it is because of the character itself. But I agree with you in the fact that, like, I want to see more Moon Knight. The show is called Moon Knight. Give me more Moon Knight. And no, now, granted, I love Oscar Isaac and his portrayal of these different personalities and going back and forth between them and things like that. And like, I personally care about Steven, and in some ways I kind of care about Mark, although I'm kind of annoyed with Mark, but, they've made me care for two sides of one person essentially. And I love Ethan Hawke as Arthur Harrow, and Layla, the actress who plays Layla, I think she's doing a fantastic job. And I like this sort of thriller, like, disjointedness to it, but that's me. And I get that that's not for everybody, and I can see where you could say it would be incohesive. So I totally get where you're coming from with that. And just hope that we see more Moon Knight at some point.
No, okay. I have definitely poo-pooed this show on the Discord, on Twitter, on the show, but Oscar Isaac being able to play these different characters to make it feel like they are totally separate actors is just amazing.
Yeah,
you legitimately can tell by his face which character he's playing.
Yes.
Yeah.
He almost doesn't
That's
even
true.
need to speak. You can tell by the look that he has on his face. If it's like a serious look, like, you know that it's Mark.
Mm-hmm.
And the beautiful thing about it I'm sorry if I'm cutting in people's way. I'm sorry. The beautiful thing about it, like, even the last shot of the last episode where he's, where they meet the Tawaret, or however you say that name.
Hippo lady.
Hippo god.
It's Hippo, Hippo.
Yes, that's fair.
Hippo goddess.
Hip hop.
Like, if you pay attention to that, like, Mark has this, like, sort of masculine kind of scare, and then you've got Steven with the high pitched girly scream.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, he even plays those two things differently. They're completely separate people, but it's the same actor, and I think he does a fantastic job with it. But we'll see how they go about sticking the landing. Hopefully there'll be some more, because they've started to unravel and talk about Moon Knight's origin and how he became Moon Knight, but they haven't shown it yet.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we'll see.
I wonder if they're going to show it or if they're just going to talk about it. Like, I'm curious to know, because they've talked about this, but they've never shown any flashbacks. Or I really hope that the last episode, at least in the very last moment, they at least at the beginning of the episode or the end of the episode, they zoom back and let us just see it happening, like him being on the edge of death, because he said his partner killed him too. And to me, that's like what he did, like his whatever, his third personality did what it did and then shot himself. Like, just said, that's it.
Does the avatar of like, as an avatar, do you not age, or am I like looking too much into that? Because if he like killed her father back in the day, like, I guess I just took that as like she was a young girl when her father died. Does that have anything to do with anything, or is that why they switch avatars?
No, so basically, so they talk about the fact that the night that her father died was the night that she and Mark first met.
I gotcha.
And so she's older at that point.
Yeah.
So, as to whether avatars age or not, I would say probably not, just because they have these, like, for example, Khonshu has all these healing properties that he's able to give Mark. And so he's basically said, for as long as I'm in here, as long as you're my avatar, I'm protecting you. So whether that means, you from age or from harm, I think that's what it probably means. Has that ever been explored? I don't think it has, but the only other ones, obviously we've seen the other god avatars on the show with that council, but Amit, as they touched upon in the latest episode, was in Alexander the Great's body. That was
body cavity.
Yeah.
Insides.
So So that was her avatar, and he's the one that betrayed her. So, and then Arthur Harrow has escaped Khonshu somehow. So how that is? we
Yeah,
don't
I was
know.
wondering why he switched from Harrow over to the new avatar. They didn't explain that, but I guess that would probably be a part of the origin story.
Yeah.
That maybe,
Yeah, I think it's coming, and honestly, like I've mentioned this as well. Several of the trailers have had this one scene that I think looks to me like it's going to be part of the origin story. I mean, I could be wrong about that, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm personally absolutely loving this. This is personally my favorite show, my favorite Disney show so far of the Disney Plus shows. But that's, again, me.
The Disney Plus Marvel shows?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Even like Mandalorian?
Yeah, so I guess...
Or is this just Marvel?
Yeah, I guess it would be specifically just Marvel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because I would say I'd
everything-
still like Mandalorian over Moon Knight, but...
I don't know. Loki was really, really good.
It's a close... Loki would be a close second, but right now, Moon Knight's hitting on all cylinders for me.
Okay.
I think the only thing that I'm really disappointed in is the fact that, one, Steven stopped calling his mom after episode 1.
That's
he
fair.
called her 2, if not 3 times in the episode. So I thought that was going to be some kind of reoccurring thing. The other thing that I thought would be reoccurring is his whole Latas Gatas. I love that. That made my wife and I laugh so much. We would say that to each other the week after the first episode. We'd be like, okay, bye, Latas Gatas. And then
but really
laugh to
everything has
ourselves
gotten so much more serious. So
Yeah.
it would be hard to sneak one of those in. Like,
I think
don't know why-
I think Steven needs to do it. His like nervousness, he's
why
like,
a creature's
okay,
hunting
well,
you down in an Egyptian pyramid.
he totally could have said it when he was running away from that little clicker mummy man.
Yeah.
Dude,
Be
that,
like,
honestly,
okay,
that
I'm
scene had me on
leave
the edge
now,
of my seat,
Latas
though.
Gatas. Oh, I
That-
didn't
that was
like
pretty
it.
scary.
Yeah, it was creepy.
That jump scare, man, with Layla and him, the thing jumping out and grabbing her.
Yeah, just coming out of the
Funny
shadows.
story. While Mindy and I are watching it, she's literally holding her hand over in front of herself, right where she knows the mummy creature's going to pop out. She's like, I can still see Layla, but I don't want to see the mummy guy jump out. So she's just holding her hand in front of, like, blocking part of the television. from the side, sitting next to her is really funny because she's just like, oh, like squinting and like trying to hide from the like
What-
that sound it was making was woo.
What somebody pointed
That's
out to
creepy.
me, it was kind of interesting, like the clicking noises, like they removed their tongues so that they can't talk. So that
Right.
clicking that you're hearing is them not
Did
having
you ever
a
explain
tongue.
what that creature was?
They're guards. They're special.
Just like temple guards?
Yeah,
Or
there's-
like,
it's that weird name that I'm completely forgetting when they're in the and they're looking at the pictures on the wall. That's what those guards are.
Gotcha.
And so yeah, they rip the tongues out of those guys.
Rip them right out.
Yep.
Isn't that nice?
I feel like I click with my tongue, though. You click without your tongue?
Oh, I don't.
The tongue is what makes the click.
Yeah, I don't know.
Am I wrong about this? Like,
You're blowing my mind right
I
now.
feel
Now,
like
wait.
I feel like I'm
Did he-
right on here.
Here, let's
Did
go
he
remove
click?
our tongues and see what happens.
Did he click or did he make just throat gurgle sounds? I thought he just made like gurgle
There was definitely
sounds.
clicks,
Yeah, there
though.
were definitely clicks.
Were there clicks?
There was
Okay.
definitely clicks.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like
how
you can hear
click
when you
without
can
your
hear them
tongue.
like off in the distance. It's like clicking.
Maybe they don't completely take it out. They like take out the.
Either
the
that or
front
they have
half and-
echolocation of some
The
kind.
part you don't need to click.
They don't. They just take out they leave a little stump, little tongue stump. You know.
I
So-
feel like you click with the front of your tongue, though. That's the problem here. Try to click with the back of your tongue right now.
It just slides around.
Just-
I don't know.
I got nothing.
This show is not accurate. What
false,
in the world?
false fake show.
Of all the things that are happening on this show.
Yeah.
That's the thing we're pointing out.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yep.
No
It's
way
not
you
real.
click
It's
without
not
a
real.
tongue.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
That we will.
Yeah, we will. We will see. I will have the final verdict, and my verdict will be the end all be all. So I will let you
Here's
know.
what I think of your verdict.
No, it'll be more of a fart sound. It won't be a burp sound.
As is tradition.
Yep. I'll say it's tradition.
Let's get back to the toilet talk because we got to get back.
Okay.
Speaking of
transition,
From
Pat,
toilets
you
to
should tell
toilets.
everybody at home what you forgot. Or no, we're going to leave that in the back. But I feel like you should probably give it a little bit.
Leave it in the back.
Okay. So yeah, about a month ago,
Save it
I
for number
took,
2.
took a trip to Brazil to see Lucas.
You
and
did? Why
I
didn't
did,
you tell me?
Yes.
How did this
So
happen?
one thing
I totally missed
failed
it.
Couldn't
to
find him.
mention, which was one of the most jarring, shocking, craziest things I've ever heard, is when you go to the restroom and you go number 2, the toilet paper does not go in the toilet because you cannot
Right.
flush the paper.
It's called separation of church and state, or better known as separation of paper and particles.
Yeah. So the toilet paper that you use must go in the trash can.
That's correct.
And no matter how many times you use another piece of toilet paper, it still needs to go in the trash can.
No, on the 4th one, you can put it in the toilet.
No,
You have to count
if
it out.
If you're in there, you're doing 12
Achoo!
12 wipes. All of it goes in
Before.
the trash can.
It's true, all of it.
So is that just due to
that's
plumbing?
everywhere. That's everywhere for one. Like every toilet in Brazil has a trash can next to it, without a doubt.
So is their plumbing just that bad where they can't do that?
They did not when they invented whatever, when they started using plumbing, they did not take toilet paper into account for whatever reason. I don't understand it. And they did not learn soon enough the ability to make like a septic system, or they don't do septic tanks. They just have pipe and plumbing. And
So they've
that's it.
decided just to stick with this no toilet paper thing now throughout.
As is tradition.
They did. It's the
It's
same
like,
thing.
we've already started it.
It's the same thing with the shower heads. Like for whatever reason, they decided we're not going to do hot water tanks. You just heat up the water in the head of the shower. It's the same thing with insulation. They don't do
I don't
insulation.
know. It's not the same. It's not the exact same thing because
No, but I'm not saying it's the same thing. I'm saying it's the same
you're
idea.
not putting poop in your shower head.
I'm having a hard time
No.
getting over the trash can full of poop next to you.
But it doesn't stink. There's a lid on it. It's a small trash can. We change it a couple times a week. Like it's not like it just sits there for weeks on end. That's
the worst job in the house for sure.
And if
That's
you do
worse
a
than
good
like
job,
mosquito duty.
I would never
Most
want
of
to
the-
touch that ever.
most of
Well,
the doo-doo
imagine-
is in the toilet, and you flush it, and you don't have to smell it. It's
Yeah,
just
what if you just have one of those
You
rough
don't-
goes, man, where you just like a million wipes? Like,
There's no such thing as a
Okay.
clean wipe. Like, why do you even use toilet paper?
sure,
If
but
there's a clean
are you
wipe.
like a child and you just wipe and just toss it in like that, or do you fold it over and
I mean,
into multiple folds?
I crunch it up and then I just
Yeah,
put it down with all 4 fingers.
yeah, you
and
put,
then I keep
you put
doing
the bad
that,
side
and then
down.
I'm like, oh, my fingers
Put
are
the
all
bad
gross.
side down.
I just felt my tolerance for this topic leave.
We reached
Good night, everybody.
If you're watching the video, I'm sure you can pinpoint the exact moment when my tolerance level just leaves.
It's like, whoa, we just took this
So
to another
continue, but I'm checked out.
Yeah, so was I when the first time I did this.
Did he
'Cause
give you a warning, or did you
he
do
was,
it?
he was like, hey, by
level. Totally
the
forgot
way-
to warn him. Totally
no,
forgot.
Yeah. So there might have been a few
was a
pieces of
day
toilet paper
later, I
down
think.
there. And then he told me, and I looked at him. I was like, no way. And he was like, no, we need to
See,
do this.
there was
Like,
this
first one was
idea
an-
in my head.
He
The
could have been
first one was
fooling
an
me
American crap.
for an entire week, and I would have not
Let's-
even. I was like, all right,
Let's
this
get
is
some
what I'm doing, I guess.
context. We have been talking every week for now 4 years, 3.5 years to be exact.
Mhm.
And I have mentioned this before, maybe not like on recording, but in conversation. And so I just had this
Sure.
idea that you listened to me.
No,
and
I
that
think
you
I think
Your
know,
mistake there.
paid attention
it
to what
might
I
have
said.
been- It might have been. I was like, yeah, right. Like this. He's just
Thought I was
pulling
just
my
making
leg.
up
This
stuff.
isn't a real
Fair
thing,
enough.
you know. And when it's like a joke
give you
like
that.
that, it's like, all right, well, it's it doesn't stick. But it's like once you're in the scenario where you have to do it, you're like, wait a second, this doesn't seem right. I think he's still pulling my leg on this one.
Yeah. Well, we
That is
plop like
bizarre. Did you
everyone
feel
else.
weird throwing it in the garbage can, Patrick? That had to
Yes,
be weird.
I've
That had to
never.
be
I was
really
like,
weird.
I don't.
It's just we plop like everyone
guess I'll
else
just put
plops,
this in
but
my
we
pocket.
just
You do not
We
plop
clean-
like everyone else plops.
we clean up differently. Okay, we deal with the
yeah,
plops differently
you
than
do.
everybody else. Yep. And I wouldn't say everybody else. I would say that there's a lot of places in the world that have this practice. So
I would think you'd have more of a bidet rather than toilet paper.
I mean,
That
those do exist, but I haven't gotten myself to the point where I
Those
use
are
it.
fancy.
I mean, I think some of our bathrooms do have. If you remember, Patrick, the one that you used, it had a little sprayer.
It had a hose though, a spray. Like I wasn't about
spray
to
yourself
shower
down
right
with it?
after.
No, I mean,
I feel like I would. Get
What would you
everywhere.
use? It's what you would use. Like it's like what you'd have on your sink.
Like a car wash for your rear end.
Spray hose. Yeah, pretty much. And you just point it there and
One of those wash it yourself.
pull the
places.
trigger.
I've never done that before. It's like
I've
trying
never
to teach
either.
a child to shower for the first time. I'm like,
I just-
they don't
I
know what
just-
to do. You have to show me. Like you have to.
I'm not
be in
showing you
there
nothing.
with me. Like, is there a YouTube video on this? Like, I don't. I
I
hope
want to
not.
watch this
Yeah.
YouTube video. I do not want to watch this YouTube video.
If you're having a rough one, just use the hose.
I don't know. I've
That
never
seems like
messed
it would
with
make a mess, though, too.
I think you just have to point it in the right direction.
I mean, it's not
Like,
like
do
you
you,
can
like,
turn all
do
the
it,
way
like,
around
do
and
you-
see where you're
Do you go like
working.
front ways, or you like go down the back
Oh, you're
side?
talking
Like, I don't.
about-
Like, I don't know which way is
Good
the
night,
right
everybody.
way. Like,
Mark's like, mute. Just wave at me when you guys are done.
Yeah,
Either
Just-
way, I feel like you're going to be drenched afterwards.
right?
We're gonna
Like,
wave toilet
and then-
paper when we're done, Mark.
And then you need a towel of sorts, so then toilet paper's there.
I'm pretty sure that's what people
You
do.
just
I'm
got to
pretty
use the
sure.
hose again.
This is a
An
never-ending
endless cycle. Yep,
Oh, man.
pretty much.
No,
I
I
don't know.
I really don't remember hearing that, honestly. I'm
Yeah.
horrible at paying attention, though, so.
But you've commented on it. I've heard recordings of you commenting
Oh,
on.
also terrible memory.
yeah, well, it's all good.
Yeah.
I live
glad
it
we
every day,
crossed
so
it
of
now,
course I
though.
remember.
I'm
Yeah,
glad, I'm glad
again,
we crossed that bridge now.
It's good times.
Next time you're in the bathroom and you think about throwing it in the trash can, you're like, this is what he does every day.
Yep. Mark,
I mean, it
unmuted
is
us.
better than your whole like everything jamming up, and like then you having a problem.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
That's
and
true.
I got you gotta say, like the I guess the kind of airflow that is in Lucas's house, like all of his windows are open. He has a screen doors, a screen windows, and all that stuff. So there's a lot of natural air. So none of it stinks. You can't. It never.
Be clear.
stinks.
It doesn't smell as bad as Patrick's portraying the practice of.
No, yeah,
Trash in your toilet
The
paper.
thought of it is like, oh my gosh, this is disgusting. It's not like you're living in a dungeon and there's no way for the air to escape. No, the air is, there's a constant flow of air throughout the day. So it's like there was no smell, absolutely no smell, which was very, very surprising.
just
Yeah.
letting you know, Lucas. I'm not coming to Brazil. Absolutely not.
Teach their own. Touche boucher. It's all good. I won't take it personally. I can come to you.
I was gonna say I'll catch you next time you're here with our septic systems.
Mm-hmm.
So how about
Yep.
Elon Musk buying Twitter for $46 billion?
What? So hold on.
Yeah,
So
he
I
did.
need to understand what this means. Like he's buying Twitter, but what does this mean like for
He's
us
the
as
the
Twitter users?
overlord.
He is
He's the
effectively
overlord.
the owner of Twitter.
So he can do what he wants now?
He's
Yes.
the majority owner, yeah.
So if there's an account that he wants to block, he just blocks it
Yeah,
or deletes it.
yeah.
I think he can remove it from the earth if he wants to now. Just
Erased.
you don't
from
even
existence.
exist anymore.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I had that kind of money, I'd be buying all kind of stuff like this too, just to lord over people.
Like $46 billion. Like, what is that to him? Is
Like
that like
20
pocket
bucks?
change?
$20 to us.
He's
Like,
like,
I don't
give
know
me
how
about
much
an
he
hour
owns.
and I'll get you settled.
Let's see what his net worth is.
Yeah, what is he worth? Is he in the trillions?
Well, he like
I
had to
don't-
secure this money from like I forget what the
Because did he buy shares?
$264.6 billion is his net worth as of 2022.
So
what
that's a good
is
that's
there?
a good
Is there
bit of his net worth. That's
that is a pretty
Yeah,
good
but I mean, I
chunk.
wonder
He'll
what
make
the
it back.
income from Twitter is
Yeah.
like in 1 year. Like it's got to
Yeah, I
be
don't-
a staggering amount.
I don't
No
know the
idea.
revenue stream from Twitter. I've
Excuse
never
me,
even
it's-
looked into it.
It's 44 billion. I apologize, not 46 billion. That's
How
what he
dare
bought it
you
for.
add 2 billion
Okay.
and make fake news out of that?
It's pocket change for him.
The Twitter revenue of 2021 was 5.08 billion.
Okay.
And that's probably going to go up every year. So he'll make his money back pretty quick.
And also when he did this, Twitter shares went up 5%. So pretty
I mean,
crazy.
he's probably going to make it better.
Yeah, I mean,
You know?
it's the most expensive edit button we'll ever have.
Yeah.
Because that's
Do you think we'll get an edit button?
that's been kind of his campaign promises. We're getting
That's
an
what he's
Really?
running on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just the idea of just free speech on the platform and things like that.
Oh my gosh! You know how many times I've tweeted and I'm like, dang it! Should I delete that or just leave it? Because I totally misspelled something.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
for sure.
Many times, many posts for the GMG podcast.
You're like son of a gun. I thought I read this.
I'm not sure I ever have posted anything on Twitter. I think
You're
I've
not missing
retweeted
much.
before, but I don't know if I posted anything. I don't get on there very much at all.
Yeah. I mean, it's great for our community and everything, but there's just a lot of
Awesome for like
toxicity.
NFL and MLB trades, like to hear about them before they actually hit the TV.
Yeah.
That's the good stuff.
Get a lot of my notifications and news from Twitter.
Yeah, for sure.
Tell you what, better have built-in Twitter support on Teslas from now on.
So is it? When is that effective? Is that now? Like, is he the guy now, or is it like?
I want to say somebody was saying he's the guy now.
That's crazy. That's so quick.
Let's see. Oh no, the transaction is expected to close in 2022, subject to the approval of Twitter stockholders, the receipt of applicable regulatory approvals, and the satisfaction of other customary closing conditions. So it's not
okay.
today.
So
but
so they got to go through the normal legal
all the hoops.
paperwork and all that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
But this year, if everything goes
Wow.
well, he will be the owner of Twitter. And let's see how many people leave the platform.
I don't know. Is there going to be? You think there's going to be another platform that's going to rise up from nowhere to? Like I don't see like if people leave Twitter to go to something else, like is that going to be even enough? That's going to be like because you have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I guess those are like the top 4 social media platforms.
Yeah.
MySpace is going to have a resurgence.
There you go. Tom's coming back. We're all going to be friends with him again.
Ronnie, just fact checking your Twitter profile, and yeah, pretty much 99% of them are Ronnie J retweeted.
It's been a while, I think, too.
It has. There was one where you did a quote retweet and you did a bunch of smiley faces. But that's the only time you actually wrote something.
That was an advanced tweet for me.
That was, yeah.
Wow.
The
Retweet.
last time you retweeted was 12/24/2019.
Christmas Eve.
How about that?
2019.
Let's see.
What was it?
It was 75% of the podcast is not wearing a shirt right now while recording.
It was a no shirt episode.
Who is still wearing a shirt?
Nice.
And that was the question. There was one vote, and it was for
Shirtless
Patrick. Yeah. And then before that, it was retweeting Patrick's retweet of us talking about Jedi Fallen Order and The Mandalorian.
There it is. There you have
Season
it, folks.
1. So
Season 1.
it's time to bring back your Twitter activity there, Ronnie.
Maybe now I'll do that.
I
Back
think
on
you
that
should.
bird app.
Should have made
Get
that a
back
New
on
Year's
there.
resolution to tweet one time this year.
There you go. You should have.
You can still do it. I
What
believe
time?
in you.
I believe you can fly.
Mm-hmm.
That you can touch that Twitter sky.
I forgot about the old shirtless episode. That was good. The old shirts and skins night.
That's right.
Classic one.
That's
is a
right.
classic one.
Who was it me or was it you? Who was shirtless?
I think
Who was
all
the one
three of us
person?
were shirtless, and Mark had a shirt on.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
team shirts.
We were all
That's
shirtless
right.
except for Mark.
We were all shirtless except for Mark. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That makes
Three
sense.
v one
I think I have the picture on my phone still of everybody flexing.
The math checks out. Yeah,
Shirtless.
that's true. Yeah. I remember when we discovered that the Skype screenshot button, and like remember Patrick sent out that picture recently. Of
Yeah, with
just
all the
our
hands.
Oh, just
making the
hands. Yeah.
hand puppets.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
Back in the early days,
Oh, back in the olden days.
pre-COVID,
Ugh.
anything went back then.
That's
Well,
true. That's
Now
true.
we have episode 200 to look forward to.
We do.
Shirts and skins, baby.
Around the bend.
Who
Are we gonna
knows?
do
I
shirts
will
I'm
and skins?
remain
way-
on shirts.
I am way fatter since then, by the way, but I'll still go shirtless. Like whatever.
Yeah, I'll still go shirtless. I don't.
Yeah.
I definitely
Let's not
look
scare the
older
children,
and
though.
flabbier, but
Yeah. I'll
We'll do
have
it.
Clark. He's been on here.
You're just
shirtless
gonna have
Yeah.
before,
Clark
so-
with the shirt.
Clark can
Yeah.
go shirtless with you. James can go shirtless with me.
yeah.
Perfect.
My
Let him
cats go
join in.
shirtless every day.
There, your cats going shirtless. Cisco can go shirtless. It's all good. We got it covered. See how many shirtless beings we can get on the screen of our.
I don't know if that's a good
Yikes.
idea.
I said beings. I didn't say people.
We a late night podcast.
Yeah, super late.
Slap that
My wife should
explicit
be like,
tag on
"What are
there.
you doing?" Yeah, I'm not joining in.
Yeah.
And I'm out.
Hey guys, I just wanted to wish you a happy National Hug a Plumber Day.
Why would you do that?
They deal with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but
Air-
why?
air hugs.
That's why
They need
you.
hugged.
Thinking of
That's-
you, Corey Fouch.
Wait, isn't that why you guys talked about Brazilian toilets and wiping your butt and stuff earlier? That's what I
I think
thought
that
we
just
were
came up
doing.
naturally.
Honoring the plumbers. That's like a digital hug, is to talk about it. Corey Fouch right now is
All right, everyone
been
listening
smiling.
right now, go send a virtual hug to Corey Fouch.
do it.
The
Stop what
plumbers
you're
in
doing.
Brazil probably love
Pause
the fact
it.
that you don't flush anything down.
They have nothing. They have no jobs.
There's no plumbers in Brazil.
They don't have.
there
it's
are
just
less
water.
plumbers here.
Like all they need to do is just tighten some bolts and they're
That's
good.
just new pipe here. Here we go.
The old boomerang effect. Sorry, Mark, it's coming back.
I
It's
mean,
pretty much
I
my fault.
expect
it always
nothing less
does.
here.
Let me ask you this
True.
question, because I ran into something this week. This is the first time in the new apartment. In the house, we had everything like kind of, it was a little easier. But so we all have wives / significant others, so we know about the hair in the drain.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
The hair in the drain, the hair
hair
on
in
the
the
walls
drain.
of the shower,
the hair everywhere.
like looking like
Everywhere.
spiders.
I found
Attacking me.
hair in my beard the other day. In my beard.
Yeah, you do. You find them everywhere. I found hairs in places I don't even want to talk about. But
Good.
so the drain in the apartment is like the worst possible drain design for hair. Like it stopped like a month in, like completely stopped draining. That's how horrible this thing is.
Have
And
you
I
pulled
pulled
it
this
out?
thing. I did.
Oh.
I did. And it was like, I mean, it just kept coming. Like just it's a horrible job.
What is this thing rising from the
It's like an
depths?
animal. Like you pull out a whole animal.
Chewbacca.
Except it's like gargling water. It's like
However,
I don't care what you smell.
this is one of those things where even though it may not be our fault as men, it's our job as men to clean out the drain. So I feel like that's the guy's job though.
Is
Do
it
your
though?
wives clean out the drains?
They
Yes.
should. Now that I think
Yes.
about it,
Yes.
Lucas, you clean it out though, don't you?
we don't clean out the drains. We just let it ride. Just let it go.
We don't even have
Right.
drains.
There's actually a separate can specifically for the hair that he has to toss it in,
Like not the poop can.
like not the poop.
Right.
can.
Yeah, we have like 3 garbage cans in our bathrooms.
It's a whole assortment. They're all labeled.
Toilet paper trash can, the hair trash can,
Poop.
and the booger trash can. That's for our kids.
So you
Since
put
they
your
also
kids in
like
there.
to-
They're the boogers.
Pick their nose. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
We didn't have to do that first because they ate their boogers, but eventually they were like, "This doesn't taste nice."
That's a bizarre thing.
They put a garbage can.
Gross.
I don't think as a kid I ever ate my boogers. It's just
That's
No.
what grosses you out. Okay.
Mark jumps in.
That's the line.
No. I never was tempted or even thought about eating my boogers, but
I mean, they're gross. Even though, like, when you I don't know, you sniff up, that it's going down your throat straight up, and there's nothing you can do about it.
well, it's like escargot, just like wet and wriggly. It's
Like eating oysters.
bring out Gollum.
I can't believe Mark's even still here.
I think stupid fat burgers, snotty burgers. We love to eat them.
It's a bizarre show we have today.
It's improv.
improv,
man. What
yeah.
do you expect?
You asked for it, you got it.
You got it.
So speaking of hair in the
let's land
drain.
this.
Happy Hairstylist Appreciation Day. Can you imagine what their drains are like at a hairstylist salon? Like,
I mean, I don't know. Do they have?
Well,
do they have drains? Yeah, they do the shampoo thing. More
Do
people
they
are doing
always
the
do
shampoo
the
thing
shampoo
every
thing
day.
every visit?
I think they do most of the time.
Do they?
I think if anybody, I mean, if anybody's like me, I want that treatment every time I go into the hair.
You like
salon.
the hair wash? I
Dude,
don't like to be touched,
love-
so
I
I'd
love
wa-
the hair
I like
wash.
shower-
I love
the
the
hair
hair
wash.
wash.
Yeah,
I shower immediately before going, so that my hair is clean, borderline wet when I go in there, so we don't have to go through that.
Yeah, I go to I don't know, they must have these in West Virginia and Cincinnati and all that. There's a place called Sport Clips.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go there for
Oh,
my haircut.
Yeah. I mean, we have franchise hair clip places.
Yeah.
I don't use them anymore. I stopped using them in college. I just use the old buzz blades,
Oh yeah.
the hair clippers. Just buzz away. I think it's only been recently that I've been going to, on occasion, the barber / haircut. What do you call guys one?
Barber.
Is it a barber? It's barber, right?
yeah.
I was thinking.
it's
Sorry,
Barber.
I started thinking about the name for beard is barba, and so I was thinking of just the beard guy, but it's barber, so it's everything. But yeah, he does the hair, he does the beard, and I just like the full treatment. It's
They
really
do
nice.
the straight razor blade shave, old school style.
Yeah, yep. But I have to tell him to do extra heat and extra whatever.
Yeah, I would look
skin
ridiculous.
stuff.
I'd be all
Because
messed up.
they've made me bleed a number of times where this blood's going down my neck.
Nobody makes
And
me
they're
bleed
like-
my own blood.
I'd be like, do you
That's
have one
right.
for kids? I don't want the man's one.
Can I get
give me the
the-
kids blade?
Can I get the
The fake
Mattel
one without
or
the razor.
Give me
Yeah.
the safety one where I'm not going to get cut.
Yeah. So I like that treatment, but overall the hair washing with the bidet hose, I like that the most.
So apparently,
I want to make it as fast as possible when I'm getting a haircut. I just want to be in and out of there in 10 minutes, and go.
Yeah.
so you are really not selling me on Brazil, because not only do you guys have to throw poopy toilet paper in a trash
You didn't even
can,
wanna say
but Sweeney Todd
Poopy.
Sweeney Todd is your barber.
We need to-
Making me bleed everywhere.
Demon barber of Fleet Street.
That's right. That's right.
Oh man.
Yep.
I wouldn't even know what that was if it wasn't for The Office.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Anybody got anything else to share?
Are we doing TV shows this week?
That'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Oh yeah, there are TV shows. that
You
I
guys
like.
did The Office for me last week. Is that what
We
I
did.
Sure did.
We did.
Yep.
The American version, just to be clear.
Yes, correct.
So who wants to go first?
Okay, Lucas, you go first. You're up
I get to go
next.
first.
Yes.
Did anybody say last week? Well,
It's
it would
only
just
been
be
1
Patrick.
week.
Patrick, what was yours last week?
So Lucas, you did Friends. I did Seinfeld. Ronnie did The Office, and Mark did Batman the animated series.
All right, I got an easy one. 9-9. Brooklyn 9-9.
I knew that was coming because
Yep.
if you weren't going to do it, I was going to do it.
Oh, I did that last week. I thought I might as well do it again. Patrick's going to be like, because Patrick said, I also choose Friends. Friends again.
Yeah. Ronnie, you go next.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh my goodness, yes.
I actually just started watching that show like maybe a year and a half ago, and it's fantastic.
So
It is not a family friendly show.
Right. It
by
is
any means.
also the longest running live action comedy of all time.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I actually just saw Mountain Dew ad on TV, and Charlie Kelly from the show. I don't know what his actual name is, but he's doing the commercials for him, basically just as Charlie Kelly, which is cool.
Yeah, Charlie Day.
So one thing,
did you see the new the Baker Mayfield bronze statue looks like Dennis from Always Sunny in
Does it really?
Philadelphia. Yes.
Right.
So bad.
That's hilarious.
Lucas, you were gonna say something?
I just want to interject something real quick.
Okay.
So one thing I liked about our GMG MAST
Yeah.
60, I think it was,
Okay.
is that it was really easy to listen to everyone's music, as opposed to with video games and movies. It was like, I ain't got no time to
Yeah.
watch these 20 movies I missed or these 30 video games I never played.
Sure.
I think at some point, I don't know when, we've already gone a little bit in, but maybe even off air for at least for the four of us, we could share episodes that we would recommend each other to watch just to get like the flavor of, the show. Because I'm not going to watch all of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
but
there
I
definitely
would watch
are
it.
some bangers for
I
all
would
shows.
watch a couple.
The Charlie
I would watch
McDennis episode where they play the
I would
board
wa-
game they made up.
I would watch a
Oh,
couple
beautiful.
episodes.
Yeah. Okay. Definitely.
So,
we'll
just
we'll
throwing
come
it out
back.
there.
We'll come back. We'll offer up some episodes for sure. Mark, you're up next.
So I'm staying on the superhero train, and it's not what you think it is. So I could see it in Patrick's face.
Do it.
No, so my pick this week is The Flash. The CW
Whoa,
The
the
Flash.
90s version?
No.
Or the CW?
Oh, come on. I love the 90s version.
Well, you get a little bit of
Ironically-
that on the CW Flash.
Yeah, yeah, you
He's on the
do.
show.
I will tell you, Mark, that if you like divide it out and say the Flash seasons 1 through 3,
Yeah.
I will very much be on board with you. But if you mention season 4, 5, and I just started season 7, I think tonight with the lady, I'm hoping it's going to be good.
Yeah.
But woo,
I just given it an overall.
But
it's like
overall, I can get behind that.
yeah, the
I
later
enjoyed
seasons-
it overall.
The later seasons
For
have
sure.
gotten a little weird. You can tell it's kind of starting on its last legs. I'm thinking next season will probably be its last season.
Yeah.
They are signed on for a season 9, but we'll see. But yeah, especially those first 3 seasons, like season 1
So
Solid.
good.
with
So good.
with the whole Reverse Flash storyline
Yeah.
and all that. Absolutely loved that.
Yeah. I'd go back and watch it again.
Yep.
It's good. It's good.
So
It's good.
it warrants it enough for me to put it on the list.
Yes.
I don't disagree with you.
I haven't watched it in maybe 2 seasons, maybe 3. But yeah, like you said, definitely the first 3 seasons of that show were awesome.
Yep.
Absolutely awesome. My pick is The Chosen.
Nice.
Yes, it
Nice.
is one of those shows where I'm like, man, every single episode has me on the edge of my seat, even though I know what's gonna happen. It's just like how the interpretation was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
How many of these shows do we need to give each? What's the number?
Just
We're getting
10,
60?
just 10 each.
40.
Top 40. Case
That's
in
right.
case.
40.
GMG SS. I don't remember what I said.
the GMG SS.
Yikes.
Shows and series. GMG
Sure.
SAS.
Yeah, yikes.
No,
is right.
GMG Goats. I remember now.
Oh yeah, GMG Goats.
Greatest
That's
of
right.
all time shows. The GMG Goats. That's what we're doing. GMG
All right.
Goats 40.
There it is.
There it is.
We'll call it Super Sport, Mark, because I think I know where you were going to.
Yeah, you knew exactly where my head was at.
Yeah, I did.
And steering out of the skid.
All right. Oh,
And getting out immediately.
no pun intended. That's it.
I just wanted to hum for a long time.
Um,
Have some no, I do want to throw out there. I don't know if this is too early. If someone were doing
Too early.
an extra live stream during the week of May 16th, is this the time to talk about it, or should I wait another week?
I would
No,
say
yeah,
start
that's
talking
less than a
about
month away. Go ahead and talk about it. Are you doing something?
Not just myself.
Yeah.
Chris, the Canadian Rock, is doing his now second annual May birthday stream. I missed my birthday stream in March, as I had done last year for life and whatever reasons. But I'm partnering with him the week of May 16th. He's going to head it off, and then I'm going to continue it the rest of the week. I don't yet have the schedule format, but that week of May, be ready, because it's going to be a week of extra life. We're going to be doing a little unorthodox format.
Not a 4 a.m. start time?
For him it is. He's going to do a standard 4 a.m. start time, and he's going to do little chunks throughout the day that will add up to 13 hours, because that's when his birthday is the 13th of May. And then I'm going to do a few interstitials there during his day, and then I'm going to continue it for the rest of the week, culminating in probably Friday or Saturday. I'm doing a week-long extra life spread out, not short chunks. Like, it's still going to add up to 24 hours for myself. Not going to do a straight 24-hour stream, because that about killed my poor 39-year-old body at the time. Now I'm 40 and I just can't handle it. So we're going to do a different format, see how it goes. It's going to be a lot of daytime, lunchtime streams, but so that's what's coming up. So awesome. Keep an eye out. We'll have more details. I have more details and more things about what we're playing, when it's going to be, so you can keep an eye out and be ready.
Okay.
Also,
week of the May 16th.
Throwing it into people's ears one more time. I know we kind of touched on it, but I'm just saying it just once. We're 10 episodes away from 200. That's all
we sure are.
That's all I'm going to say.
Wheels are emotion. The wheels are emotion.
Wheels of change are in motion.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming. Be on the lookout.
Things are happening.
Yep. I think that's all I had. Is that all you guys had?
Any other housekeeping? Show notes?
Housekeeping? 929 GMG guys, rate us. I love Hades, the game. That's all.
You can find us on Twitter.
I'm glad you qualified that.
Instagram. YouTube.
Yeah, like it's like I love Hades. That's like okay, No, but I like it a lot. And Dead Cells. Patrick was there today, even though he didn't want to be.
Yeah.
I'm on the final boss of Elden Ring, by the way.
Yeah, are you? There you go. Ooh, we got to get the dirty details next week.
They beat me a couple times already. So the thing I like about this game, by the way, is you can actually just like have other players just enter into your world at any time. Like when players like want to join the boss, there'll be like a couple of like emblems like in front of the door, and you can just like summon other players to come in and help you. So me and two other guys got waxed a couple times.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Good times.
But hopefully by the time next week we'll have it.
All right, cool.
Sweet.
Looking forward to it.
Sweet. Woohoo.
That's all though.
Oh.
All right, Lucas, take us home.
Wait, I have something. Let me check my notes here.
Have something.
It's been 190 times.
You have a trash can full of poop is what you have.
No, actually, today was garbage day. We took it all out.
Today was garbage day.
Joke's on you, buddy. Toilet paper poop on your face.
The joke's on all the garbage men in Brazil.
That's true. They got a lot of garbage.
Way worse job.
All righty then. Before Mark leaves us too soon, Pat, Mark, Ronnie, Jay, along with you, our beloved friends, family, and joiners, go get your good morning this week, and may God bless and guide your lives as you live, as you work, and as you game. Haters, gators.